The following is rated F for fairness. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Welcome to the audio show.
So the Ben and Anthony relationship is a very, very tricky one, but at this point in time, as far as things is concerned, we are at a point where Ben has decided he needs to spill the beans. And it's rough. Let's go.
Yeah, you want something to drink or something?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
What's going on, man? It seems like kind of frantic on the phone, man. You want me to come over here? What's going on? You good?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I just...
So you can see the look on Ben's face. From the start of the scene, you could have seen the look on Ben's face that he's been living with this, he's been sleeping with this, and in Ben's mind, Ben is saying, if I was in Anthony's shoes, I'd want to know. I'd want to know. I'd want to know that my wife is actually out sleeping with another man. I'd want to know. Even though it seemed like, no, them getting a divorce, you have to remember, friends, Anthony did not ask for a divorce. Some people come on and they're making that, well, yeah, but he wanted a divorce because he's doing this and he's doing that. Yes, but he hasn't asked for one. And until he's asked for one, he doesn't want one. That's just the truth of the matter. That's exactly where we are.
What's up? Dude, you're my friend. I want to be honest with you. Amber she's been dealing with someone. Yeah.
So it's hit him. So my first inkling to look at this is that it's actually hit Anthony. Because he's seen her coming home late every single morning, right? Remember, she has been doing the patterns of things, right? She's not discreet as to, coming home late in the mornings. And now he gets this information to put it all together for it to make some sort of a sense to him as to why she's been acting the way that she's been acting. Tough break.
How do you notice?
It's Melissa's boss. She's been messing around with him. Danielle told me, and I just had to tell you, bro. I'm sorry.
So there's so much going to the minds of us, the audience, and even with the character itself. So when we look at the Anthony character, here are plausible things going through his mind, right? I met this woman. I've already found out that this woman has cheated on me up to the day of my wedding. And now I have to find this out again. It's almost like I had this woman on a bit of a pedestal saying, you know what, I don't believe she would ever do something like that because she's kind of shown me a good side. But now she is. Can I trust her? What can I trust from her? These are plausible ways as to how Anthony's mind is thinking. And again, friends, this does not mean it negates, because I realize that the diehard Amber fans, and I'm not, I realize Amber fans are bracketed in two. You have people who die-hearted, meaning no matter what Amber does, they're okay with it. And then you have Amber fans who says, you know what, I love Amber nonetheless, but O'Neal, honestly, boy, I should deal with this one wrong. That's it. Them call a spade a spade. They're straight shooters. It is what it is, friends. That is the look of this entire thing at this point in time. That's the look that Amber now has to live with because of the choices that she's actually made. And remember, in the storyline, it's about choices. Anthony got Sheila pregnant. Choice. He now has to live with Kaiser's son. He has to live with forking up monies to Sheila. He has to live with dealing with Iman. He has to live with these things. He has to live with not being able to live with his son because they're not together. He has to live with that.
How long has this been going on?
I don't really know. I just know that Melissa works for the guy, and I guess they did some work with the restaurant or something. I had no idea how the two connected, but for what it's worth, Danielle told me that it happened after she filed for divorce, but I don't know. I gotta be honest with you, it's hard for me to believe that.
All right, let's stop right here. Couple important lines. Melissa, they did some work with the restaurant. Are you seeing that? That means we need to know, has he been to the restaurant? Did some work with the restaurant. Wait. Flashbacks. So hold on. Wasn't she asking me for help for the restaurant? So we could go two-way in the thinking of this. Those are important lines. Then they mention the timeline. And I keep saying to people, the timeline is integral. Friends, you might be right. We're just telling you, be very careful in just giving a 100% shot because you don't know how the writers could play this. They could show you things and add storylines in there that you don't expect. Remember, it's someone that's writing this. Remember that. That's all we got to say to you. Remember that someone is actually writing this. Okay? So that's the idea of all of this. So that's why we said the timeline now becomes important, because listen to Ben talk about the timeline. Because the timeline now is integral. Does it mean Anthony has already won? Nope. Doesn't mean that. It just means he might stand a chance. That's all it means. It doesn't mean he's won anything. Let me make sure people know that. That's all we're saying.
All right. I appreciate you telling me, man. Yeah, come on. You good? Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, Danielle's gonna kill me for telling me. But yeah, I'm sorry.
So Ben already knows that the information is gonna get out. He's already telling you, Daniel's going to kill me for the information. But he had to. So Ben is now being questioned. Is Ben being a good friend? Because Ben basically is making sure that his friend is taken care of. Just like yesterday when Ben lied about knowing Wayne, did not know Wayne, call Anthony, ask Anthony to get Wayne to come to this party that Dave is at. And Anthony somehow pulled it off to assist Ben. Ben is now returning the favor and saying, you know what, Anthony, you're a real one, and I'm going to be a real one to you too. That's what you're seeing. You know? But then you have Ben's wife who's saying, well, if you're loyal to me, then you wouldn't tell Anthony. But then in the same breath, that's the same wife who also learned of the hiding of the assets and spilled those beans to create even more things inside of the marriage. We are where we are, friends. You have to take it for what it is. So I think I've seen that look on Anthony's face before. It feels like a switch has been flipped. I'm going to have to go back in some videos and see if I've ever seen him react like this before to know what happened to him after he did this. This is what you call nice acting. He's playing the moment because we don't have to read his face to see exactly what he's thinking. If you ask me, I don't know, what I think he should do is to remain silent and now get to work and get his head in the game. Because this is about to be something different. Now, if he goes home and gets up and tries to confront Amber, he's going to learn nothing. He's going to get nothing from it. But yes, what he should do at this point in time is to use this information wisely. If I was in Anthony's shoes, I would use this information wisely. You can go home and blow up with Amber, but then you've alerted her, you've alarmed her that now, you know, why alarm her? It's time now for you to start being investigative and to look around. That's how I would move. Information like this, that's how I would move. I would have to remove some of my emotion out of it and get now very, very still and quiet, like he's getting still and quiet. Because that's why him look to me right now. He looks very still and quiet. Like he's ready for action. Give me a take. So you're in this situation and you found this information out. What is your next move? I think I asked on the live, but let me ask it here in the video. What is your next move? What should be Anthony's next move? What you're recommending? Put it down in the chat. I'm going to talk to y'all soon. Like, share, comment, subscribe.